want to follow up. Last week, we talked about the Fox News White House feud that's been going on, and I've insisted that it's a bad idea for Barack Obama and the White House to specifically attack Fox News. As true as it is that Fox News is wholeheartedly committed to giving an anti-Barack Obama, pro-conservative viewpoint on just about every issue that's out there, I don't see the benefit to Barack Obama, David Axelrod, his other top advisors, and Democrats specifically attacking Fox News. We saw what happened with Richard Nixon in the New York Times, and there was no benefit to him in doing that. Well, Chris Wallace on Fox News really seems to be bitter about all of this, including not having gotten that Barack Obama interview way back when Barack Obama did his round of interviews on a number of different networks. Take a listen to this compilation from Chris Wallace, just repeating one after another that he really doesn't like what's going on media-wise with the White House. And I'll tell you, he really just seems bitter to me when I hear this.
And hello again from Fox News in Washington. We'll discuss how the White House is targeting what it considers its enemies in a few minutes. Up next, is the Obama administration creating a new enemies list? We'll talk with leaders of two groups who say they're being targeted by the White House. The White House war against Fox News has gotten plenty of attention recently, but this week there were reports the Obama administration has targeted other so-called enemies. I want to turn to one last thing, and that is the latest chapter in the Obama White House's war on Fox News and what some people are calling the administration's Chicago way of doing business.
Okay, so Fox News brought us the war on Christmas. They also, of course, brought us the war on religion.
If and when Saddam is put to death, will the New York Times be in mourning about it?
And we know that the type of coverage we can expect from Fox News is going to be very critical of MSNBC and New York Times and other media outlets that they consider to be so-called liberal. But Chris Wallace really just sounds bitter to me. The war on Fox News, the war on conservative media, I don't know, Lewis.
This is turning into a war.
Exactly. And I think Fox News, as much as the White House is responsible for turning it into that war, I don't see the end game here. I really don't. I mean, let's predict, how could this continue? It could end with Barack Obama going on with Chris Wallace and issuing some kind of an apology or a statement that he doesn't actually think Fox News is bad, even though members from his administration have already said Fox News is not news, it's talking points, it's propaganda, it's a point of view. I don't know if it would be believable. How else could this possibly end?
Well, I doubt it will just fizzle. I don't know.
It's an option. It could end with some kind of disaster for Fox News going off the air or something. Given the ratings they get, I can't imagine that would happen.
I doubt it, right?
I don't know. I don't really get the end game. And Laura Ingraham is claiming that the White House puts Fox in the same category as Islamic jihadists after George Will goes off on other networks for being too liberal. Let's take a listen to this. I believe this is from This Week with George Stephanopoulos, although I may be wrong, and they had a roundtable discussion about this Fox News White House media war. First, George Will.
Channel Fox, and they're all up in arms because, in the words of Ms. Dunn of the White House, it is opinion journalism masquerading as news, which some of us would say describes the New York Times and certainly MSNBC.
Well, we've had a proud history of partisan journalism.
Okay, so George Will saying that MSNBC and the New York Times, no surprise there, Lewis, the likely suspects, conservatives like to point those two out. It used to be just the New York Times. Bill O'Reilly kind of put in style the criticizing of NBC and MSNBC, and George Will doing exactly that. And just a couple of minutes later on the same program, here's Laura Ingraham.
Excessive in any way about
I think a lot of people say
if
the administration had the same view of the way they treat other threats to the United States, whether economic threats or real threats, Islamic jihadists, and don't probably put Fox in that same category, then it would be okay. I mean, they're so impassioned about Fox. Meanwhile, it's kind of like very even rhetoric about other threats.
Softer on Islamic jihadists.
Well, I just think honestly, the passion when you send down Emmanuel and Axelrod and the president comments on it.
Okay, so Laura Ingraham saying White House puts Fox in the same category as Islamic jihadists. And we could get very irate about this, Lewis. I don't even think Laura Ingraham means this. I mean, she knows how to be shocking for the sake of being shocking. She's just trying to be good on TV. I don't think this is one where only we can certainly find people who would consider that the White House is claiming that Islamic jihadists are just as bad as Fox News. I don't think Laura Ingraham is one of those people.
No, but I think the media could easily hype this up to make it seem as if it's the same scope.
The scapegoating type of we're being criticized unfairly. All the focus is on us.
I think this is going to blow up.
You think that this is going to become a big story?
I think this is going to blow up, big time.
And then what?
I don't know.
Exactly. I don't see the end game. I really don't see the end game with this. I don't understand where it could go, and if it blows up, who's going to blow it up? Bill O'Reilly, Sean Hannity, Rush Limbaugh. I mean, I don't know.
Well, plenty, like all media outlets are talking about this. And I think it's just going to get more fiery between the White House and Fox. I think even if the White House backs off, Fox will probably keep it up. And I don't know. I can't even, I have no idea where this will end up. Like you, I had no idea, but it'll be interesting, and I think it will blow up.
The White House backing off is two-tiered. Backing off from their critical statements is one thing, but they could do that and continue not to go on Fox News.
Right.
The further step would be they back off and they go on Fox News, which I think would just be completely hypocritical. Whether you believe they're right or wrong in saying what they said, I believe they're right in the content, they're wrong to say it. Doesn't make any sense. It would be hypocritical to now go on Fox News if they believe it's not even a news outlet.
Right. I think it would have been better to leave well enough alone and just, let things continue.
Well,
but
yeah.
I think the only way Obama will appear on Fox News will be to issue some type of apology,
which I think would be silly, a mistake. I don't know. I think that there were a number of mistakes made, but once you've committed to Fox News isn't news, you can't go back.
Right.
You're going to end up looking bad. One other note on this: some of the other news networks came to Fox News' defense when Kenneth Feinberg was doing a round of interviews. He was not going to go on Fox News, and all of the other networks said, if you don't go on Fox News, we don't want to interview him either. And the White House said, oh, it was just a mistake. We just accidentally didn't include Fox. We're going to go everywhere. And I don't know that I believe that. I think the Obama White House is making some mistakes on this.
Definitely.